As we grow up, we meet people who become our inspiration. We often look up to those who seem to have everything figured out and have been successful in life. And then we start to wonder, how did they do it? What is it that they're doing for them to attain that kind of life? What is it that I'm doing wrong? In 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do, a book by Amy Morin, we're provided with the essentials of what it takes to develop mental strength. Here we get to realize that building healthy habits is an essential ingredient in becoming successful in life. Here are the top 7 lessons from the book 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do. Lesson 1. Welcome change. Change is something which is easy to say, but very difficult to do. It's as if we're wired to stay in our comfort zone and refuse to make drastic changes in what we're already used to doing. We often associate change with fear and discomfort, but when we always avoid change, it may have serious consequences in the long run. For one, we won't be able to learn new things if we just remain in our own bubble. If we keep on doing this, we won't improve, and we would be left behind the pack. We also would not be able to get rid of bad habits if we don't take a step towards changing them. And the more that we keep on delaying the change, the harder it gets. So we should start welcoming change in our lives. Once we see the results, we would be thankful that we took that first step. Lesson 2. Focus only on what you can control. Some people want to exercise control over everything in their lives. They want to have everything planned and figured out, up to the last detail. However, as much as we want to, we do not have complete control of everything that's happening in our lives. We should then learn to identify what lies within our power and what does not. If we try to take control over everything, even if it's already clearly beyond us, it could just create more anxiety, and we could just end up blaming ourselves if it does not go well. What's important then is to focus only on what we can control, and most often what we certainly could control are our own behavior and attitude. Lesson 3. Move on from the past. Our past experiences provide us with lessons that we apply at present. We should be thankful for these experiences, but it doesn't mean that we should dwell on them. There's no use replaying those past mistakes and experiences, since we could no longer change it. If we get caught in the past, we can't fully enjoy the present, and we also could not fully plan for the future. To move on from our past mistakes, we need to forgive ourselves and allow ourselves to continue moving forward. We focus on the lessons we could learn from it and see it as a learning experience. Once we start to move on from the past, we become free from the mental and emotional shackles of our past mistakes and failures. Lesson 4. Stop repeating the same mistakes. Everybody commits mistakes. This is part of our journey, but repeating the same mistake over and over again is a different story. It may mean that we haven't really learned from that mistake, that we haven't made any effort to correct it. For us to stop repeating the same mistake, we need to study it. This means that we need to examine what went wrong, what we could have done better, and what we could do differently next time. After that, we need to create a plan on how to establish new behaviors, replacing the old ineffective ones, and practice self-discipline to make sure that we won't be trapped in a never-ending cycle of repeating the same mistakes. Lesson 5. Celebrate other people's success. There's a difference between jealousy and resentment. The former makes us want what other people have, while the latter involves the same feeling, and at the same time, wishing that they don't have it in the first place. Feeling jealous at times can be normal, but resentment is unhealthy. When we allow ourselves to resent other people's success, we stop focusing on our own journey to success, and we will never be content and happy with our own accomplishments. So we need to avoid feeling resentful towards others and learn to celebrate their success. We should foster cooperation rather than competition and focus on our own strengths and accomplishments. Lesson 6. Keep on trying. There's no guarantee that our journey to success will be a smooth sailing ride. We may encounter setbacks and failures along the way. Some people easily give up after a failure, but mentally strong people do not. After a failure, they get up and continue with the journey. Failures can really drain out our motivation and self-esteem. But instead of letting our failures define us, it would be helpful if we learn to view failure as an opportunity for growth. We just need to face our fear of failures and think of a plan to increase our chances of success in the future. Remember, failures are not an end, but rather the beginning of the journey to our desired destination. Lesson 7. Be patient with results. Success entails the 3 Ps: patience, perseverance, and perspiration. Some people want to see immediate results from their hard work. Of course, who would not feel excited to reap the fruits of their labor, right? But the harvest does not come quickly. Sometimes people expect immediate results because of unrealistic expectations about themselves and the situation. But when we do this, we would just feel frustrated about ourselves. That could lead to negative emotions and behaviors. Change and progress may take time, and so we need to keep a steady pace until we reach our goal. In order to avoid feeling frustrated, we could celebrate small wins and milestones along the way. Success can be just like wine. The longer we wait, the sweeter it tastes. In conclusion, this book inspires us with the habits we need to start developing if we want to follow in the footsteps of mentally strong people. It makes us realize that the journey to success entails a lot of growing, improving, and striving to be a better version of ourselves than we were yesterday. Success is all about having the right mindset, attitude, and behavior towards achieving our goal, and towards life in general. Thank you for listening. If you like the book summary and you want to see more in this category, please like and subscribe so I can create more. You can also get a free copy of the entire audiobook by clicking the link in the description. Until next time.